Coming up on Hot Takes, we are going to discuss the most underrated character in the Star Wars universe. All right, everybody, welcome to another episode of Hot Takes. I am once again joined all the way from Hong Kong by Mr. James Waller. Waller, how's it going?
Good, buddy. Good to see you. Rogue leader, Tyler Urola. Tyler, your rogue leader. Good to see you.
Thanks for coming on again. So let's discuss the most underrated character in all of Star Wars. And let me give you mine. You know, superheroes are awesome. Jedis are awesome. Sith Lords are awesome. But I'm a fan of the everyman. And this everyman got a whole 3 minutes of screen time. And in those 3 minutes of screen time over 4 movies, you know what he did? He helped hold off Darth Vader and the TIE Fighters to allow Luke Skywalker to blow up the first Death Star. He used his tow cable to take down a walker and then destroy it, allowing the rebels to escape Hoth from the Empire. He then led the attack on the second Death Star and fired the first shot in the main reactor, destroying it. And then when all seemed lost, no one wanted to help the resistance, they came calling, and who showed up? Mr. Wedge Antilles to come take down the Final Order. And my friend, he is by far the most underrated character in Star Wars. There is so many Star Wars fans who don't even realize this character has been in all the movies and has made those contributions to those battles. And there's nothing more than I would love a movie centered around Wedge and a squadron of X-Wing pilots or A-Wing pilots, whatever it is, and have it almost like Top Gun theme, right?
Holy shit, it's Wedge.
That would be, for me, that is high up on my wish list, and I hope one day we actually get it.
I think that would be a really cool kind of genre movie to have, like you said, like a Top Gun aerial dogfight kind of movie.
Oh, yeah.
Something like Dunkirk, right? That's like, it's action focused and it's got Wedge. And I think, you know, if that's your thing, if it's the piloting, if it's the ship action, if it's the space battles, then of course Wedge Antilles is your guy. I've got a couple of sort of out of left field choices, things that most people probably wouldn't expect. The first one is right behind me, and this would be the Star Wars version of Walk the Line. This is the musical biopic. This is the Chadwick Boseman in Get On Up. This is the Max Rebo show. This would be the show about a totally, you know, I don't know if I can say this, but a coked out Max Rebo. Yes! Just playing his 80s synth keyboard, getting into all the trouble he can get into, you know, with his other 2 bandmates whose names escape me. Yeah. But his name never did. He plays the big circular piano. He's got one of the best character designs in all of Star Wars. And everybody loves the music. Everybody loves the musicians, but nobody talks about behind the music. I'd love to see a behind the music of Max Rebo right here. So that's one of them. And then I picked sort of more serious ones from each of the trilogies. So let me start with the prequels. The prequel trilogy, someone I think they could actually make something somewhat interesting out of would be Watto. Watto the junk trader, living on Tatooine, selling scrap parts of ships. Nobody get him wrong, but he has come in contact with bounty hunters, with pod racers, with Jedi, with Sith. And I think, you know, sort of like a Watto's Junkyard could make for a cool sort of Clone Wars style cartoon, or maybe a more kid-friendly cartoon. But Watto, I think, is underrated, both in his character design and what they could do with the character.
Yeah, kind of that hub, right, where you can have so many different people intersecting at Watto's.
That's right, that's right. He's the conduit. He's the conduit for what happens around Watto. My second one, I guess, would be the original trilogy, and I've got Bib Fortuna. And this would be more of like, I don't remember what Jabba the Hutt's crime syndicate name is. Is it just the Hutt Syndicate?
I think it's the Hutt Cartel, I think is what they call it.
The Hutt Cartel. But then there's a number of other ones, right? Like there's Prince Shizor and he's got, is it the Dark Sun?
Black Sun, yeah.
Black Sun. So you've got this underworld, right? This Sopranos-esque underworld.
Yeah,
And
Crimson Dawn.
Crimson Dawn, another one from the Solo movie, right? Who would be more depraved, more violent? Who would have the most vile stories in that syndicate? It's got to be Bib Fortuna. Look at that guy's teeth.
Oh, yeah.
He's been through stuff.
Yeah. A little too much spice, maybe.
Too much spice. Oh, yeah. Bib Fortuna is heavy into the spice. And I'd love to hear his story. That's what I meant about Max Rebo, too.
Yeah.
It was spice. He's a spice head. That's it.
Yeah.
And then the other one would be the sequel trilogy. So again, keeping with the theme, I picked one from each trilogy. The sequel trilogy, I thought someone who was really underdeveloped and had like, there was just lore waiting to be explored was Maz Kanata. And she kind of became like a comedic character after episode 7, I guess it was, the JJ first one.
Yeah.
But when I saw that one, I was thinking like, she's got a real chance to be like a unique version, something really unique, but this series Yoda, somebody who's got, you know, the mythos of the Star Wars universe, who can unlock secrets for us.
And she's obviously really old, right? So she's seen kind of a few generations as well.
Well, I mean, you're basing that only on looks. I mean, I don't know if she's ever announced her age.
Yeah.
I thought she looked great for whatever age she was.
Yeah.
You know, it's 2020, so I thought she looked great. But
oh, yeah.
Maz Kanata is one that I would have liked to see them explore her backstory a little more. And I also would have liked to see her contribute a little more to episode 8 and 9.
Yeah, you definitely have some interesting ideas, and they kind of follow along the premise. Is what I'm kind of picking up is like the Star Wars universe is so big, like you don't have to tell linear stories about Jedi every single time. Like I think it might have been Seth Rogen who once joked that he had a Star Wars show pitch, and it would be like this drunk guy who hangs out the bar in Tatooine all the time. You know what I mean? Exactly. And like, so you can have these stories, whether it's a comedy, a musical, you know, a drama set in that universe, but it doesn't have to be tied to, you know, the larger events of the saga movies, right? So like the possibilities are endless. It's just whether or not Disney actually has the balls to pull the trigger on something like that.
Yeah, but I mean, they do, because we've seen what The Mandalorian became, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, let's take that. Let's take the success of The Mandalorian, something that's been embraced by the fans, and let's use that energy to get our own spiced out Max Rebo show. That's what I'm saying. That's an underrated character, an underrated design, and an underrated direction to take the Star Wars universe. So
do you think Sly Snoodles will be the lead singer still?
No, we got to get Sly out of here.
Yeah. That's the weakest part of Max's band.
Let's get Sly out of here.
Yeah. And then to your point even more, like no one's really talking about it, but the Cassian Andor series that's coming to Disney Plus, I'm actually really intrigued about it because it's going to be a spy movie, I would assume, because they well established in Rogue One that he spies for the rebels, right? He's recruiting rebels. So I think they could cover some interesting ground with that series.
Yeah, I mean, this is called hot takes, right? So here's a hot take for you. I thought most of the characters in Rogue One were really poorly developed in the movie itself.
Yeah.
I like Rogue One quite a bit, but like if you go back and really watch it with a critical eye, like the characters are not great. You know, there's not a whole lot there. And Cassian Andor is someone who's like, again, if you read up on him, if you learn about who he is, there's a story to be told. And so I too am hopeful and excited for his series, even though I don't think his character was all that interesting in the movie itself.
Yeah. So that wraps it up for Hot Takes. If you have anything you'd like to discuss at home or want to continue this conversation, please slide into the comments or reach out to Rogue Leader 5. Waller, any final words?
Just let Max Rebo have all the spice that he wants, because that's a bad man.
All right. Thanks for joining, buddy. And hopefully we do this again in the future.
Sounds good. See you soon.